Okay, now in this module I want to talk a little bit about how muscles grow and what causes them to grow. Okay, the term is known as hypertrophy. So what basically happens is we need to put the muscle or muscles under stress, and that comes from lifting weight. So for example, if I was doing a barbell curl now, what would happen is the brain would send a signal to the biceps to contract, and the biceps would contract and the weight would raise. Okay. If I do that repeatedly, what happens is I'm stressing the bicep. What happens is when I stress the bicep with sufficient weight, you will get microscopic tears in the muscle tissue, okay? You're not tearing the muscle as though you would perhaps if you were to injure yourself. These are just microscopic tears, and they happen when you stress the muscle or the muscles. What happens then is the body automatically wants to repair the muscle. So if you rest that muscle and you feed it, okay, if you supply protein and obviously it can break down into amino acids, it will repair that muscle. But the clever bit is the body doesn't just repair the muscle fibre, what it does is it actually makes it a little bit bigger. And the reason it does that is the body knows that you put it under some stress and it might be happening again at some point in the future. So it builds back a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. And then when you train again and you put it under more stress, it might be the fact you lift a little bit more weight or you do a few more reps, but the fibres tear again, and if you rest it and you feed it, it will grow back again bigger. And that's basically how the muscles are growing. Now, if you are new to training, you start training and stressing the muscle, it will grow. However, you will get to a certain point where you plateau. The way you get by that is you feed the muscle with the protein and then you provide sufficient rest. If you don't get enough protein and you don't get enough rest, okay, you will plateau and level off. So for effective muscle growth, as well as stressing the muscle, rest and feeding the muscle are also very important. So that's basic muscle growth. However, if you do stop training or start to have too long a period in between your training, what will happen is the muscle will start to decrease in size as well. And you may see this with people who maybe used to train years ago. You may see them a few years later and they may have stopped training through choice or through an injury. The muscles will actually start to decrease because the body is very clever and it realises this, it realises the stress isn't there anymore. So that's basically how muscles grow.